Hey everybody, Kathy here from Whole Home and Body Health, and I need to talk to you today about your garage door opener. Seriously, so I just did an assessment and I must have spent like 20-30 minutes trying to find this radio frequency source that I was getting on my meter, and we had turned everything off in the house. We unplugged everything, the Wi-Fi, the TVs, anything we could possibly think of that had a radio frequency signal. And I kept getting this pulsing that wasn't the typical sound that I'm used to. I know the sound of Bluetooth, I know the sound of a router, I know the sound of a cell phone, all the typical things, that your thermostat, those sounds are all very clear to me, but I was getting this pulsing that was a little bit different, and it was strong in the kitchen, and it was driving me bananas. Finally, I figured out it was the garage door opener. Lame, seriously. I have a garage door opener, and it's an infrared remote, which they have been for all of human existence, right? Not really. Obviously, we've not had garage door openers forever. I remember actually pulling up to my house as a kid, having to get out of the car, go pull open the garage door, and that was how we got in. And you know what? I think that's perfectly fine, but that's not how anybody does it anymore. We have remote garage door openers. All right, I can concede to that. Infrared works perfectly fine. Why you have to have a Bluetooth or a Wi-Fi signal in your car constantly so that you can open your garage door when you get home is flippin' insane. It's just stupid. So, but that's what they do. That's what they do these days. So I want you to be aware of this. So you can check this yourself by going into your garage, if you have one, and looking at the controller that sits above where the car is, and looking at it and see if it says Wi-Fi on it. A lot of them do now. And if it does, then you know it's emitting. Well, I've measured many, and there's been a few that I've measured and I wasn't getting a signal on it. I'm not sure why. Most of them I have, and the homeowner has not had success with getting the company to give them information about how to disable it or turn it off. So it may be possible, but we need a little bit more research on that. We need people to maybe get into their unit and try to find the antenna. Of course, if you do that, your garage door may not be able to open. That's super annoying. So I want to show you this. All right, so that's what it looked like in this house. This one wasn't actually that high. I've measured others that were substantially higher, but I was picking this up throughout the house. Now, recently, I had a client whose office was above the garage, their office where they spent most of their time. And, the panel, the control box sits on the ceiling. So they were sitting directly above it, and it was very high. They were getting many thousands of microwatts per square meter all day long because they weren't in the garage, but they were sitting directly above it, directly above that control panel. So that sucks. So I did help them shield that. We created a Faraday box that was 5-sided, I guess, because we left the front of it open, of course, so that their remote control can reach it so that they can open the garage door, of course. But we shielded every other side and the ceiling with some shielding material, and we reduced it by about 90%, which is awesome. I was hoping we could get it a little bit more, but it's really tricky because it's bolted and you've got, ties that go up into the ceiling, so you can't make a full, complete enclosure. But we did a pretty good job in at least making that office safer for them during the day. So, yeah, this is kind of a bummer, the longer time goes on, the more devices we find with these radio frequency signals. So just need to be aware of it. And, you know, you can always switch out the garage door remote, the controller, if you want, to infrared. Those are becoming more difficult to find, but there are some out there still. And if you've got a Wi-Fi one, you might want to shield it. So yeah, if anyone's interested in that, you can always book a consult with me and I can share with you how I did my clients and instruct you on how to do that. I'll leave a link to that below. And also go to my website, download my free guide on how to reduce your EMF in your own home. That's free. It's helpful, super helpful. It'll get you started in the right direction. Okay, everybody, I hope you found that helpful. As always, do all the things, hit the bell, subscribe, and like so that I can continue to bring this information to more people. And, oh, I just did a new thing, which is buy me a coffee. If you like this information, you found it helpful, you can hit that link below so you can buy me a coffee, which is awesome because I don't get paid to do this content and it takes up a lot of my time. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.